Hey guys, today I want to review All-Star Movies for you guys. We just stayed there over Christmas week. We were there from the 21st of December and through the 29th of December, and then we actually moved off-site for 2 nights, and that was like the biggest regret ever. We loved All-Star Movies. We chose to stay in All-Star Movies because it was a different resort. We have this thing where we have a Disney bucket list, and we wanted to try a bunch of different resorts, and All-Stars were on our list. We had originally booked sports because we got the free dining offer, but I ended up booking movies because I just didn't want to stay at sports, to be honest. I didn't want the old style rooms. I'll probably say what a lot of you are thinking. They look kind of older and just worn out. My dog just talked back to me. So we got All-Star Movies, and I knew that they were almost done with the preferred rooms, so we asked for we paid for a preferred room in hopes that we could get a refurbished room. I didn't send anything out. The only thing I did is I didn't do online check-in because I wanted to go and speak to them and tell them that I wanted a new room. We got there, we checked in, and there was something wrong with our reservation. We do because we're a family of 6, we can do 2 rooms on 1 reservation, and they're connecting, and it's guaranteed connecting. And that's only because there is mom and dad and kids. If you have mom, dad, and grandma, that cannot happen. It's only mom or mom and dad, or 1 adult or 2 adults that are in a family together and children. So there's some sort of issue where they weren't lined up right. Like some of them were on 1 room and some of them were on 1, and I don't know. Long story short, they fixed it. So it did take a little bit of a while at check-in, and the lady checking us in was not the friendliest, but we were checked in, we got to our room, all of our bands worked, everything worked great besides Aubrey's band. Aubrey's band did not work. Whatever, we don't care. Our kids, it's 1 kid out of all of them, and we are notorious for band issues, so we were like, whatever. So we get in, we walk around the room, and the rooms look amazing. They're nice and fresh and clean. You have a fold down bed, which also serves as your table with 2 chairs, which is awesome. You have a bed that's just laying there. The beds are awesome. They're queen size. They are so soft and just a dream to sleep in. The pillows are amazing. So amazing that we found out what brand they were, and we came home and we ordered some. The bathroom is so roomy and spacious now, and just the organization, the shelving, all the stuff just looks great. I will make sure that I link down when we got there, and you can see us kind of walking around the room and seeing it. It was just amazing. Very well thought out, very well planned. It is wood floors, which I miss the carpet because I don't have carpet at home, and I miss carpet on my feet, and that's something I like about hotels. However, it was a dream to keep clean. And I didn't feel like gross walking on the floors. So that was great. So when we checked in, we opted to do the, I forget the program they're calling it, but basically we said we don't want housekeeping. So we ended up getting a $140 gift card, which then covered our parking. Our parking was, I think, $12 or $13 a day. And so the $10 per room that we saved a day basically covered our parking. We had a few bucks left over at the end. We did that on purpose. I don't like people in my room every day. We don't need it to be cleaned. If we needed towels, and we just basically hung up our towels, and I think I went to the front desk once or twice and asked for towels. I think only once, and then basically when we would see them cleaning the rooms, we would just ask if we could take a few towels or whatever we needed. My only recommendation, if you do that, bring a bunch of like Target or Walmart bags so that you can dump your trash out. Our trash was overflowing, and we had to continue to do that, and thankfully we went grocery shopping twice, so we were able to do that. We also went and bought a broom because it just got messy after a while because we weren't on the dining plan, so we were eating some meals in our room and things like that, and it just got messy on the floor. And other than that, it was great. By the end of it, it did feel like, okay, this room definitely needs to be cleaned. But I don't think it was worth having mousekeeping come in and have to, deal with all that. So mousekeeping, though, we saw them. They were so kind and just talkative, and just honestly, it seemed like they have a really great team working there. We did have an issue. My husband was boiling mad because it was the second time that he tried to charge something and he couldn't. And the second time he did it, I was across the park, so I had to go and meet up with him and pay for it with my band. They had given Trevor charging privileges and not Jeff. And it took him a few times to get it fixed. But because of that, like before Jeff even said anything, the guy was like, you know what, I'm going to take care of you guys because you had to miss some time, and basically gave us 3 anytime fast passes at Magic Kingdom. So one of our Magic Kingdom days, we had 6 6 fast passes total, and that was awesome to have. And just how they were like so quick on it to fix it, couldn't complain at all. The bus system, that's one that everyone complains about. So we went Christmas week, so it was very busy, so our buses were one stop. One day at Hollywood Studios we had to do all parks, and that was a pain, and I can understand why people don't like that. However, for the room and the cost and everything, I'd deal with it in the summer. It wouldn't bother me as much. But for the most part, we had our own buses, and our buses were very, very empty. The resort itself just didn't seem full for it to be Christmas week. And I said, you know, maybe it's a thing, but my friend said the same thing. So I think just over Christmas week, a lot of the guests are not on-site guests. They are more off-site guests. But the buses were great. The people that worked the buses were great. No complaints there. The bus stops were very accessible. I mean, I think it maybe took us maybe all of like 4 to 5 minutes every morning to leave our rooms, stop and refill our mugs, and go to the bus station. Very easy from a preferred room. Can't beat it at all. We used the laundry facilities multiple times. The laundry facilities definitely do need to probably be replaced. A lot of times we would go in there and there were washers that were broken. They constantly had signs on them, so they probably need to replace those, but I mean, they worked. The splash pad again was often closed, but I think that's because kids were peeing in it. I don't think it was anything to do with them. The kids swam in the pool. We only swam in the Fantasia pool, and they loved it. They thought it was very nice. It was very big. It was very open, and we didn't feel like it was crowded or anything like that. There was tons of places to sit, and they had some really cool pool activities, and the people doing the pool activities seem to want to be doing them. These are the same pool activities that I've seen done at Yacht Club, and the people that look like they're doing them look miserable. If I'm paying an extra 18 or 20 bucks for a tie-dye shirt and you're sitting there groaning and griping about it, I'm not going to want to do it. So very cool pool atmosphere. We did not personally get drinks, but the bar was always busy and people were learning the bartenders, and you could tell the bartenders were learning the people. It was the same few people there all the time, and it just looked like a really fun place to be. We didn't get to do as much walking around because I was pretty ill during our visit, but we did go to the Toy Story section, and we were in Fantasia. We had to kind of walk through the Love Bug section to get to our car, and I'll say that it was super cool theming. I mean, I know it's not art of animation, but super, super cool theming. The Toy Story part is just amazing. Really, really cool. All the staff that we ran into were just so sweet and kind and just really into it. We had a guy that saw that the kids were looking up for pins, and he's like, oh, do you guys want the secret pin board? So he went in the back in the like dining area and went and got the secret pin board, and it had a bunch of really cool pins on it. And all the people in the gift shops were just amazing. Like, they would stop and have conversations with me. Honestly, so we have stayed at Pop Century, Art of Animation multiple times, Caribbean Beach, Port Orleans Riverside, Yacht Club and Beach Club, and Animal Kingdom Lodge. And All-Star Movies. I will say we will probably continuously go back to All-Star Movies. We were that impressed with it. The pricing is great. The rooms are amazing now. It actually has a very small feel. It doesn't feel like a very huge resort, which is really, really nice at the end of the day. The pools were super cute. The only complaint would be eventually the bus system might get to you after a while, but we drive oftentimes to the park, and we only rode the bus system this time because it was Christmas time and it was going to be even worse. But honestly, I'd give it a shot. I mean, these rooms can be very, very affordable. It does stink that All-Star Movies doesn't qualify for a lot of promotions because a lot of people like the kind of small area of the resort, but they are refurbing music and sports once they finish movies. So I think the All-Stars are going to be a place to be very soon. So that's just my 2 cents on that. Take of it what you will, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.